Scientists have recently discovered a star that is exhibiting strange behavior in shooting both radio waves and X-rays at us from across the universe. What's the nature of this behavior? Is it simply a new type of star, or is this normal behavior? Or is it something more? Are we being shot infomercials from a space broadcasting center about renewing our car's warranty? Or perhaps it's just tourist season on Alpha Centauri. Whatever the case, we're going to dive into the nature of this phenomenon on today's episode of The Weekly Strange. Hello and welcome to The Weekly Strange. I'm your host, Jon F. Merz, author, actor, adventurer. Now, before we start talking all about this new star behavior that scientists have discovered, let's get the required graphic out of the way first and foremost, shall we? Ah, there it is. Our good friend aliens. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's take a look at the background on this behavior. And please note, when I say star behavior, I am not talking about any recent developments in the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni Jon Fest. That's definitely another podcast, not this one. Now, on May 29th, just a few weeks back, scientists published a new report from the ASCAP telescope located in Western Australia when they noticed radio bursts coming from a portion of the sky that they were focused on. Coincidentally enough, at the exact same time, the NASA Chandra X-ray Space Telescope was looking at the same patch of sky and detected X-rays coming from the same location. Now, the Chandra Observatory is NASA's flagship space telescope. It's orbiting up there above Earth, and it has unearthed a veritable treasure trove of information about space and the nature of our universe since it became operational in July of 1999. Now, it's already beyond its 24-year operational lifespan, but it is hoped that it will continue to provide us with fresh clues about the nature of the stars and galaxies around us. In any event, as the scientists started talking to each other about their findings, they realized something else. The bursts were not rapid, which is often seen star behavior. Instead, the transmissions coming from what they now call ASCAP J1832-0911 last for 2 minutes each time and then repeat every 44 minutes. So-called normal star behavior transmissions from pulsars, for example, happen much more rapidly, as in the range of milliseconds to seconds. Scientists have now decided that ASCAP J1832-0911 is officially a member of a new class of objects known as long-period radio transients because of the bright bursts of radio waves that are transmitted every few minutes to several hours apart. Additionally, ASCAP J1832-0911 isn't just beaming radio waves at us, but it's also including X-rays as well. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the 2-minute duration thing is intriguing to me because that's almost the average length of time for a commercial break here in the U.S. on network TV, which I know most of us don't even watch anymore, but what the hell. Now, I'm not saying that ASCAP J whatever is transmitting an alien version of the Kardashians at us, and thank God for that. But it is certainly worth wondering about what it is transmitting. And scientists, they don't really have an explanation for that. LPTs, the long-period radio transients that ASCAP J whatever belongs to, are a recent discovery, as in we only learned about them maybe 3 years ago. And since that time, they've only discovered 10 more that even fall into that class of object. So what is the nature of these celestial conundrums? One of the theories is that it's what's known as a magnetar, which is the core of a dead star that once had a very powerful magnetic field. Other scientists have said it's possible that ASCAP J whatever, as I'm taking to calling it rather than that string of numbers, is actually a pair of binary stars where one of the two is actually a highly magnetized white dwarf, which is a low-mass star near the end of its life space. That sounds vaguely sexual to me, frankly. Is ASCAP J whatever just a pair of stars getting freaky in the night sky, arguing about who's on top? Leaving aside my groundbreaking theory about stars having sex for the moment, and I'm resisting the urge to actually turn this into a commentary on the Blake Lively-Justin Baldoni saga, any theory that scientists do come up with will absolutely have to somehow address the duality of this ASCAP phenomenon, namely that it must account for both the transmission of radio and X-rays, especially since X-rays are a much higher energy than radio waves. In the meantime, the scientific team that uncovered this latest LPT is congratulating themselves on the discovery, given the fact that the timing was pretty wild. And the reason for that is because the ASCAP radio telescope array has a very wide field view of the sky. The Chandra X-ray Space Telescope, on the other hand, has a very narrow view. And the fact that both of these observatories were focused on the same portion of the universe at the same time is indeed fortunate. Otherwise, ASCAP J whatever might remain unconfirmed until Chandra got around to that portion of the sky. Now, for those of you wondering where exactly this is, ASCAP J1832-0911. You see now why I'm calling this thing ASCAP J whatever. It's just too much to read. It is roughly 15,000 light years away from Earth and is located in our own Milky Way galaxy, which just goes to show how incredibly vast this galaxy actually is. Like, seriously vast. A light year, after all, is the distance that light can travel in a year, which happens to be 5.9 trillion miles. Now multiply that by 15,000 and you get a hell of a long ways away. How long? I don't even know how to pronounce this number. That's how freaking long. So I'll just put it on the screen here and you all can figure it out. It's like 8, is that quadrillion? A Google? I don't know where we're even at here yet. I mean, you tell me in the comments how to pronounce it. Andy Wang, who is the lead author of the scientific report published regarding ASCAP J whatever, had this to say when news broke about its discovery and its related LPT peers. What these objects are and how they generate their unusual signals remain a mystery, which just goes to show you that, I don't know, maybe my two theories might actually be worthwhile contenders. Star sex or an alien TV commercial break. Yep, I am totally going to win the Nobel Prize next year. Totally. Nothing but groundbreaking research here at the Weekly Strange, folks. In any event, the nature of LPTs, and in particular ASCAP J whatever, have certainly opened our eyes to the prospect that there may be many more such phenomena like them out there. And perhaps even stranger objects that still defy our attempts to find them. Personally, I'm still stuck on that 15,000 light years number. Knowing that the galaxy is that vast is simply astounding. If 15,000 light years is a massive amount, then consider that the Milky Way galaxy itself is estimated to be 100,000 light years across. More than 6 times the distance to ASCAP J whatever. When you think about how vast that distance is, it really tends to give you a different perspective on things. What's also interesting is that scientists saw no radio emission from ASCAP J whatever prior to November 2023. And then in February 2024, it became extremely bright. So something is definitely happening up there, or over there, or somewhere. You know, whatever you call something so far away that your mind has a hard time even fathoming that kind of distance. And like, way the fuck out there seems woefully inadequate. But there you go. For now, answers as to the exact nature of LPTs and ASCAP J whatever in particular will no doubt elude us. But at the same time, we're extremely fortunate that we have scientists who have devoted their lives to uncovering the secrets of the universe and helping us all understand our place within it. I think it's important to remember that in the past decade, we've seen an erosion of trust in science and facts and basic common sense. I personally would be thrilled to see intelligent people recognized for their brilliance and problem solving and insight and wisdom. I'd like to see facts and truths celebrated over talking head fools regurgitating lies and claiming it deserves equal airtime. There is nothing respectable about being proud of being stupid. And that's going to do it for this episode of The Weekly Strange. If you enjoyed the episode, I would really appreciate a like. And if you dig what we're doing here on the channel, please be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads. Also, the YouTube algorithm loves it when people comment on videos, so drop me a comment below. You can reach out via email at jfmthepulseofimagination@gmail.com if you have any ideas for the show. Please be sure to check out the other show that I host, The Other Side of Midnight, where I talk to callers all about their paranormal experiences. Brand new episodes of that are coming either this Friday or next Friday. I have to check on the schedule, but they are coming soon. They are filmed. We are done with the old episodes that I was posting out here. We've got some exciting stuff coming up for you on that front. For now, thank you very much for watching and listening. I will see you next week here on The Weekly Strange.